Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for watching. Just thought before the day 70 Horde Night I would create and post a quick video of my base. Give it a quick tour. I did a tour earlier and then realised that it wasn't complete. There was an awful lot that I hadn't done and it wasn't really worth posting it at that point. However, now, other than a few bits of furniture that I want to add, the base is pretty much as I want it. I have to dig out a little apartment for myself, but other than that, the work area and the decorative area is pretty much complete. This is the above ground portion, the charnel pit, surrounded by, as you can see, the double row steel spikes, and then there is a concrete pole just there to encourage the zombies to fall over the edge, as they think that's a complete block, whereas it's only a quarter of a block. They tend to try and walk on it and slip into the pit. This POI you can see here was my original base. That was my starter point, and I've still got the farm on the roof. That's my emergency fallback position. I've actually blocked up the doors, but the defences you can see here are still in place. I'm not really upkeeping them other than when something completely breaks one down. And because of the fact that I've got a pit and there is a lower area of ground in the vicinity, zombies do have a habit of trying to dig through this cliff. So I've put, as you can see, ramps into the cliff and done a little bit of repair work, and I will upgrade those ramps as and when they get destroyed. As you can see, I've already got some that have been moved to scrap iron rather than wood. So that's what you see from the outside. Now the base entrance is over here on the other side of the POI building. However, we'll run through the farm briefly first. As I say, this was my original base, and it still in fact has my bedroll here, because if I die for any reason, if the zombies do manage to break into my base and kill me in there, I don't want to be spawning in the middle of them. So I've got my original forge. The storage boxes at this point are pretty much empty, other than a few bits of farming gear there. And my farm here I've been using to make paint, which is why it's all flowers and cotton at the moment. But I'm going to go back to my normal crops of potatoes and corn, probably after the Horde Night. I'm not going to subject you guys to me picking up seeds and planting stuff. Now there is a ladder down to my entrance tunnel down there, but as you can see, I've walled off all the entrances here, and I could use this space for stuff if I wanted to. However, we're going to drive into the base. So run back out and pick the entrance up after me. Now, I've seen this I saw it on someone else's YouTube channel initially, a few weeks back, and thought that this was a pretty cool idea of using a drawbridge to actually conceal the entrance tunnel. The zombies can walk straight over it, don't really care, and it looks pretty neat in my opinion. that's the ladder up to the POI I was mentioning. And the actual base is around about -30 to -40 below ground level. There are a few little bits that aren't complete. This area turned out to be a nice iron and lead mine, so I dug it out, but I've not decided whether to actually do anything with it yet. I'm seriously considering turning it into a mushroom farm. My garage here, again, I haven't done anything with the walls, but the floors are all done, ceiling's done. My work area is here, forges, fires, various supply crates, cement mixers, chem lab and workbench. These were originally set along in line with the walls until I discovered that zombie cops blowing up, actually the explosion can travel between the pillars here and destroyed both items. So I moved them back so that they are protected from explosion. One point to note about people have asked why I put the signs on the front of the storage boxes rather than just painting them like that. The answer is twofold. One is I can more easily define what's in the box. I can describe exactly what's in the box rather than just weapons. I can have a separate box for rifles, one for handguns and bows, one for shotguns and SMGs. And secondly, any explosion that comes down destroys the signs, not the storage box, which is a good thing. Don't want to be losing my storage boxes. There is just a little ladder up there, takes me up to the door upstairs, which gives me access to anything I may need up there. I mean, I can get to all the blade traps from down here anyway to either, well, to repair them, but replacing them tends to need me to be up there. There's also a couple of turrets there. I've got one auto turret, one shotgun turret. I normally leave the auto turret switched off simply because it burns through ammunition at a horrendous rate, but it's there in case of emergencies. So I've got the auto turret and the shotgun turret on separate switches, and there's a little ladder up here so that I can reload them as and when required. So that's the work area. But I also wanted to create something a little bit more decorative. I'm going to build an apartment for myself behind the door here, but this is the grand hall. It's all nicely painted up, I think. I have water pool on both floors for refilling jars, which in fact is something I need to do at the moment. Fortunately, I've also got some buckets to refill that, because I was under the impression that it wasn't supposed to run out, but I'll refill it from the buckets I've got. These are just wooden blocks painted. There's no access to anything particularly behind them, as I didn't want to dig out on this level. A little bit of decoration, ace of clubs, and then downstairs we've got library area. I've left these open to dig out further for any other mines. As you can see, I've got an iron mine going behind there. That's actually a shaft down to bedrock, as is this, and I will use bedrock level for tunnelling and probably doing some more mining as well. This is my little fountain downstairs. Again, can refill water jugs or bottles in there. So, there's a little bit more lighting required. If I turn my headlight off, as you can see, there's not really a lot of light going on, and even these two spotlights don't really do what I wanted them to. I can turn them on. All the lighting, by the way, is on solar power. The generator that you can hear is just running the blade traps and the turrets. But yeah, with the spotlights on, it's still very much a gloomy prospect, and so I think I'm going to have to create quite a lot more fluorescent lights and set them up around the place to illuminate it better. However, that's the Dime tour. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you might get some ideas for your own base. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the flip side.